Hello and welcome to Running Hot, blazing trails through the Australian Netrunner scene. I'm Jackson and I'm joined by Connor. How are you, Connor?
Yeah, excited for this game.
Started, yeah? Yeah. Well, this is a game that I am playing in. I'm on the right and I'm playing against Emily. I'm playing Sebastião, one of the new runners from the Liberation Cycle, and Emily is playing NBN Reality Plus, one of
Now, this
the
is
IDs from Gateway.
post Bologna ban, so NBN's at their worst, in theory.
Theoretically, yeah.
And
Yeah.
this is the Sebastião versus NBN RP game that everyone's interested in because they
This
both
is
synergize with tags.
They do, yeah. I think it's not good for Seb, having played in the game. Just giving your opponent two free credits or like whenever you want to do your own thing is bad. But we already have Asmari, which just gives the corp two credits whenever the runner plays an event. So I suppose in that sense it's not necessarily, untrod ground.
Now, Emily's put out a remote, and I was about to say, do you challenge it? But it didn't look like it.
Um, Probably should at this early in the game, probably not worried about Oppo research. Um, and it could be something like a Rashida, or as we're seeing here, federal fundraising, could be warm reception, could be a lot of bad things.
Yeah,
Um,
and
I
Emily's
certainly
just
have lessons to learn about the asset matchup.
Yeah, I struggle with this. She's just gonna start vomiting out, and I think I can see a Beal in hand. Um,
Yeah.
but what was the logic with getting the buzzsaw down so early? Was there something you're worried about, or did you just feel like it was burning a hole in your hand?
Um, I don't actually know. I might be thinking, I've got moshing in hand. I want to get other cards into my hand so that I can then play the moshing because I think I've also got an echelon. Yeah, I think that's the problem. I've got my breakers and I've got a moshing, and I don't really want to throw away the breakers, so I'm putting down the buzzsaw to. I mean, I guess it deals with something like virtual service agent, but it's quite a hit to take early. I probably should just be trying to contest the assets.
Yeah, I just because you played the sorry Sure Gamble and then immediately lost your 4 credits to the buzzsaw, which I I assume like I'll be interested to see how long into this game it takes you to actually use that buzzsaw.
Yeah, um, I think it's definitely a debatable choice. And knowing what to do in a matchup like this, um, certainly valuable skill to have as a netrunner player.
Yeah, I think definitely that we're currently at a stage where if you don't know what to do the moment you drop into one of these asset spam kind of games, you probably are on the back foot. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm on the back foot. Back foot. I'm struggling a lot with what to do about my hand. I would really love to play moshing, but everything in my hand is pretty high value. Um, I think actually the moshing is not the right include for the deck. I put it in there mainly to try and help me bounce back from low credit totals and to find the right tools. But yeah, right now it's not doing me any favors.
this is a long.
I'm deep in the tank trying to figure out what the best way to go is because if I install too much stuff, like I don't have a chance at contesting the assets at all. Um,
This is only your second turn as well.
I know. I think this is a problem I have with Seb is that there's a lot of things you can do, and you're thinking like, what do I install versus what do I save for when I take a tag? It's difficult. Like I've played a fair bit of Seb now, but I still struggle with some turns, and being against the asset, like all the assets as well. There's a whole nother vector to think about as far as choices.
Yeah, I think going back to your earlier point about, oh, here we go, friend of a friend. You
Yeah,
actually done something. Are you going to
I
use it?
finally did something. I think I am going to use it, which is not great because I'll get 5 credits. Oh, sorry, I get 9 credits. 9 credits is good, but I take a tag, which Emily is going to capitalize on.
Yeah, and you paid 3 to get it out,
Yeah,
so you only really get 6 and a tag.
yeah. I'd much rather play it from hand with the Seb ability. But now I'm going to play Nuka, which doesn't even get me the full value. But I'm
This
just kind
feels
of
like such a sad turn.
it is a bad turn, yeah. I'm just looking for something to get me out of this hole, and I need to draw more cards, but I don't want my hand to just fill up and have to discard things that I don't want.
Oh, networking's cute.
Networking, yes. I recently put this into the deck.
The problem with networking, though, is you're just talking about how much space in your hand's important, and it's a card that takes up space in your hand. But
Yeah, I
here goes
um
Rashida on Emily's side. And
yeah,
is
it's
that
good.
purple one the one that allows you to install cards for free?
Yes, that's warm reception. So start of your turn, you can install a card, and then if it's not iced, you can derez it and another card,
Yeah.
which I don't think you're really going to see much of in this. Best targets would be like Spin Doctor or Maryland Campaign,
Oh,
but
Spin
you're
Doctor's.
really just there for the free installs.
Yeah, yeah, I imagine so. But Spin Doctor's quite cute.
Yeah, yeah, it's fun derez synergy.
So three. So essentially, Emily got four installs this turn. So
She
one
did.
protected by ice, and then three on their own.
Yeah.
And you're very quickly getting behind.
Yeah, I've got some money, but like it's not going to be enough to help me contest all these assets. Um,
I
Once they
think
kind of get out of control, you're in trouble.
I think the way you're playing, which is kind of a bit of a slow setup.
Mm.
Um, I wonder if Emily's put the Beal on the table.
She might have. I probably would if I was playing the asset matchup. If I was on Emily's side of the table, I've already demonstrated that I'm not checking the remotes. I'm
Yeah,
just desperately trying to get set up and
because
get
then you
some
can just
cash.
you're getting she's getting money because you're futzing around with tags. She gets her
Yeah.
free install, so it's not even like she's getting too far behind on her turn, and then she just scores out the Beal.
No, if anything, she's getting very far ahead. Um, Free money, free installs, filtering the top of the deck, and drawing a card with federal fundraising. Um, if I don't do something about this, she's just going to be in complete control, and I'm not going to have a chance. So I'm going to check the remote, and it's a hammer, and this is really bad. I can't break it, so it's going to do a couple of things. It's going to give me a tag, and I already have a tag, so it doesn't trigger my ID.
Yeah,
Um, then it's going to trash one of my resources. Thankfully, I don't have any hardware to lose,
but the Arasaurus
but I
crew
lose
goes
my
down.
crew. Yeah. I do get rewarded by taking a AR enhanced security or not. Oh, right. Before I steal, we get a Amani Senai res.
Yeah,
Um, I don't particularly enjoy that card, Amani Senai.
as in you don't like playing against it, or you don't like the card in the game in general.
Both. Yeah.
I kind of agree. I don't know if the reason I don't like it is just because I've been stung by it a few times, but it does
Mm.
feel kind of like, I don't know, feel badsy. Like it just gets you when when you've got no money to pay into the trace. Suddenly, your
Yeah.
most expensive thing gets returned to your hand.
It just sets you back even further when you're on the back foot.
Yeah,
Um,
and
and I think it speaks.
when you're in the money, it's just a 4 credit tax.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think I'm debating whether or not to pay into the trace. Oh no, I already paid into the trace. Looks like. Now I'm cracking my friend of a friend to get rid of one of the tags, get 5 credits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
still
but I'm
floating
still
one tag.
tagged. Yeah. So now I have three high, like three high value assets, just ticking away, doing good things for Emily. I have demonstrated that I'm willing to check things now. I won't be going back into that ammo server. And here comes self-growth program, returning my 2 cards in hand, and now I'm going to get Opera researched, which means I'm going to be tagged up a lot.
So the buzzsaw did a lot.
Yeah, yeah. It cost me a click and 4 credits, and I didn't even get to use it. But I'm gonna play Valentina Ferreira.
And then
Can't
just play
remember the
networking
last
three
part of the
times.
name, and then I play networking, which is gonna allow me to remove all those tags for 0 credits.
Yeah.
Just clicks. So that's the cute interaction there.
And there goes
And I'm
moshing.
not even throwing out the motion because I just can't afford to let go of the cards in my hand.
Yeah.
So definitely the Seb deck needs work. You can see Emily's res Maryland campaign now, so she's going to be rolling in money. And it'll be there for as long as she wants it to be because that warm reception will just
Oh yeah, I
re-res it
didn't
and
even think of
flow.
that. That's pretty baller.
Yeah,
So there's 2 more installs.
yeah.
A third
What would
one.
you do, Connor? What would you do in this situation?
Probably not play Seb.
That was my
Um,
mistake.
yeah, I did try Seb. I um, I just felt like he was a bit too slow, and I think you were kind of making this point earlier, but I think if both Seb and Rowley Plus have their IDs trigger, even though Seb's seems better, you get a 2 credit discount and you get to install a card, whereas
Mm.
the Rowley Plus is either just 2 credits or 2 cards. The problem with Seb is you then need to have the cards in hand. I find the having the cards in time to trigger the ability really weird. Like he almost feels like he needs a bigger hand size or something.
Yeah, you want to have options for your installs, and
Yeah.
when you install something, you want to immediately refresh it with something new.
So he's
I do think that he's missing something.
yeah.
Um,
And I mean the so I can see sorry, I'll go back to this game. You've just checked a bunch of remotes and at the very least you got uh 2 of the NBN asset that draws cards and 1 of the Hollow Man.
yep, yeah, I've cleared out a few of the threats.
Amani Sinai and the other one is still hanging over there near the ID.
Yep, they've been compressed to save space. Um, yeah, I'm not too worried about Armani Sinai anymore because I have nothing installed.
Yeah, I mean that's
Um,
a pretty good counter. Is don't play good
yeah,
cards, and then she
but
can't
then your
bounce them.
opponent ices the remote and you can't get in. So
You are very poor though after that turn.
I am. I'd like something like a moshing to get me back up, or a friend of a friend. Ideally installed off of a tag, but I don't think I have any of that. I'm going to install Nuka and try to find something.
Yeah,
But it's a bit grim. I think I don't think I have a lot to help me get back out of this position.
yeah. Oh, someone's bumped the camera.
I think I just drew a short gamble, which is a really um, bad thing to get on this credit total.
Yeah, I mean credit to you though. I guess you did get that AR, that the agenda. Like if that
Yeah,
agenda had gotten scored way back earlier, this game would be in. You wouldn't have been able to trash those cards because you would just take more tags.
I would have taken a tag,
Yeah,
which would slow me down. Like I could still get rid of it for 0 credits.
yeah. I guess that. I guess you took them all out in the one turn. It's only one tag per turn.
Yeah, but if I would be able to trash less in a turn because I'd have to remove the tag. And now I'm putting down a Botulus. I think I'm just thinking I need to steal agendas off of R&D. I know there's no Bologna in there, so it doesn't really matter that I'm so poor.
Yeah,
He's just doubling down on the remote.
it
And then
does.
do you see the Maryland got derezzed?
Yeah, it does feel a little bit like particularly because you've gone so broke to put the oh here goes the project Beal.
Deal.
So
Yeah.
you went so broke to put the botulus down, but it feels too early in the game to start just like hoping for hail marys.
Well, I don't think I feel like I have a lot of options. I'm just sort of flailing at this point. If Emily draws anything, she'll just shove it in the remote and score it, and I can't do anything about it. So I kind of want to see what's on top of R&D before she does.
Yeah,
But yeah, I agree. It's not a sustainable game plan. Uh,
Do you have like what's your best way to come back from being broke? Is it friend of a friend at
It's
three
probably friend
credits?
of a friend, or like if I'm on 0 credits, I could moshing
I am washing. Yeah.
idea, but I like I said before, I don't think moshing is a good fit for at least the way I've built this set deck.
It sounds like your cards feel too valuable. Whether
Yeah,
that's a
to
mindset
me,
thing or a way you've built your deck.
I certainly struggle with that. I have a much easier time playing moshing in particular kind of ESA deck that I like to play, but outside of that, I do struggle. I think with overvaluing my cards.
Now
In,
you,
in this, like I might as well just get rid of the breakers. Like I-
yeah, you're
they're
you're
not
at
doing much.
5 credits now. How did you just get up there? Did you click or?
I clicked. Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
that's
clicked.
brutal.
So next turn, I'm going to play Sure Gamble and hope that I can get back in it.
That that robot up the top with 3 counters
Thumbs
is,
up, guy.
is in a scary spot.
Yeah, so that's working prototype. Emily can click and remove one of the counters to get 3 credits, or she can take, I think it's 5 counters off, maybe 6, to gain 6 credits, and then bounce one of my installed resources back to my top of R&D.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Nuka, so like I don't really mind if I get a refresh on the card, but Emily's just using it to get
Yeah, for money. I was more meaning like
solid revenue.
if you finally do try to put, because this is the problem with this type of deck, and this maybe is the complaint about a money Sanai is you're in this position where it feels like installing cards is a waste of time because it's all just going to get returned to your hand.
Yeah, once you fall behind like this, you just kind of get stuck.
And I guess
And
the 3 pointer Emily's running is the one where you've got to lose 2 cards from your board or return 2 cards to steal, right?
yes, yeah, they're degree mills. Yeah, which it all just combos together, right? You give up on installing cards, and then you can't steal anything. It's I look in a state like this, it's potentially worse than Bologna because I can't just click for credits and hope to see something that I can pay to steal.
Yeah.
Um, Now there's a virtual service assistant on
I mean, the upside on this
R&D.
is you might get an install.
Yes, I might. I'm not sure what I got in my hand. I don't think there's much of value in there.
Oh, look at it.
Julie. Oh no, Valentina. Valentina is back. And I think I'm accessing something with a trash cost.
Yeah.
Maybe a spin doctor. Then I'm
Oh,
going to
look
clear
at
a
your
tag.
combo.
Yeah. I like the combo. I would keep the combo, I think, and just ditch moshing and like strike fund. I don't even know if I got strike fund actually.
So what's Emily Resi? Oh,
Lady
I
Liberty.
Lane Liberty is cool.
It is cool, and there's a fun combo that happens in this, which Emily has just explained to me. Um, the warm reception allows you to de-res it, and that means that it won't increase the number of counters that it has.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah,
It doesn't mean you have to pay the 4 all over again, but
yeah, it does. But if it wins you the game, doesn't really matter.
so that means that because Emily has just scored the Beal using the
Mm.
Hollow Man, but she's resing the Lady Liberty now so that it can build up two counters so that when she needs to, she can res it and just instantly win the game with 3 pointer.
I think so. And just resing it now also gives you a counter on the working prototype.
Yeah.
So you kind. I mean, you're not breaking even, but you're definitely gaining value still. So I'm installing another nuker, drawing 3, just trying to find something that's going to help me get through.
All right. As someone who built this deck, Jackson, what is in there that will help you? What card are you
Um,
looking for?
I'm not sure. Probably just more money. Because like if I can go through and just trash everything, I mean, even then, if I spend my time trashing everything, I'm just ignoring that remote, and all Emily has to do is just wait for the agendas to show up. It's
Do
like
you,
really what I want to be able to do is control the top of R&D and slowly dismantle the board.
yeah, I think this late in the game and this far behind, with the Bologna on R&D, you really are looking for a win off R&D. What's the?
The
I think this is one of the
modulus, you
other
mean?
problems. Do you have any good? Oh, we got a lot of camera bumps in this game. Do you have any good multi-access, like a
I have
finality or something?
Manuel Latz Demora, I think. He will give me +1 access on R&D,
Yeah,
or if I'm tagged. Apart from that, I don't recall. I might not have anything else, which is probably also a an issue.
yeah, because Manuel's good, but I just don't think that two accesses is enough to like
No, probably
close a
not.
game.
Um, to close the game, like something like finality would be fine. Sure, I've got cards that I care about in my hand, but if I'm going to win the game, then well, I mean, ideally, I'm going to win the game with a finality. I don't care what's in my hand.
Yeah. Do you have the? There's that other one, other connection where you can run archives and it becomes either R&D or
Oh, of course, yes. I have Eru ISA Pessoa. Yeah, that's the other big card for multi-access. So that would get me, if Manuel is on the table, it would get me 3 accesses once we're at threat 4 or threat 3,
yeah,
which we are at threat 4. So Eru would be good, because archives is wide open at the moment.
yeah. You are rebuilding your board here, but
Slowly. I think I'm checking HQ. I think because Emily might have something that she's ready to put down, um, but she resists the ping, which gives me a tag. I don't think I have an install, but I use. Oh no, did I install a crew? I installed a second crew and then used it to trash them.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
because
use
I
the
don't actually have
install.
a barrier breaker.
I think checking HQ makes some amount of sense. I mean, you know that Emily hasn't got an agenda on the table,
No.
and she res the Lady Liberty, so it's not unreasonable to think she's got a 3-pointer in hand.
Yeah. Well, there's something right now. We're derezzing.
There was a D-res spin doctor.
Yeah. Another remote.
Res spin
Right, spin
doctor.
doctor.
I think Emily's going to return something.
Yeah, something's about to get bounced, I'm pretty sure. So remove 5 counters, put the crew back into the top of my deck. Also gain 6 credits. And then we defend HQ again.
So what were the actual? Because so much stuff happened on Emily's side there. One,
Yeah.
what we think's an agenda went into the remote. One thing went over HQ, and then the thumbs up guy got used, and everything else were just rezzing and de-rezzing things.
And that extra remote was installed too.
Oh yeah, but that's from
Yeah.
the
Warm reception.
warm reception.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of stuff happening in one turn. I think I've got the Eru now. It looks like in my hand. Wow. I mean, I only have 2 credits, but like that's enough to put down Eru. I'm tagged, so I'm going to get rid of that with the networking.
What a combo!
Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm considering playing privileged access, which will let me install the Eru and another resource from my heap. And
Which
then I might be going back
is
in the tank.
might be Arasaris crew.
Yeah, I've got a crew in hand and in the bin. I mean, in theory, if I'm just going to go ham on archives, then I don't need the crew, but Emily will probably try to shut that down pretty quickly.
Yeah, what else would you install from your discard though? Nuke? Like,
Yeah, I mean the crew is probably the best bet to keep the servers open.
so
So
Praxis
here we
goes
here we
down.
go. Yep,
You get a
gonna install
tag,
the crew.
install crew.
Crew from hand. Okay, so I'm not even thinking about Eru. I'm gonna take some money. Maybe I'm thinking I want to get rid of the. I want to control the board instead. So this will allow me to. I could click. I could networking again and then click for 9. Although that's not enough clicks. I don't want to end my turn tagged. I we're also could be playing for the game potentially. Like that could be a degree mill in the remote. And with the Hollow Man there, you just need to go click Hollow Man, advance, and you win.
Yeah. So you reckon you're going to challenge this remote this turn?
I don't know how. Um, I think I'm just thinking about how all the different ways that I could lose, and all the ways that I cannot stop that from happening.
I guess even if I mean if you get in there and it is a degree mill, obviously it'll be good for you because you'll have stopped Emily from winning and you'll have got 3 points. But in doing so, you'll have to return 2 cards to your hand from the degree mill and a Marnie Scenario trigger. So your entire board state will just get disassembled.
Yeah, yes. I mean, if it's the choice between that and losing the game, I'd rather not lose the game.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm going to challenge the remote into Starlit Night. That is not a good res from me. It's going to be quite expensive with the Echelon to boost for 3 credits and then break 2 subs. Or I could use the crew to just trash it. I'm thinking, what are the odds that the next piece of ice is something that I can't deal with?
Um,
It could be another Starlit Night, could be a VSA,
it could be a ping.
could be a ping,
Yeah.
but I can deal with. I could break the Starlit Night and then through a ping, and then just eat the hammer and steal whatever. Well, actually, if I eat the hammer, it trashes my stuff, so I don't actually get to steal. So
No,
it's
you
not
can't.
looking good
You've got
for
a
me.
botulus,
I do have a botulus, yeah.
so you'll be able to steal.
Oh, and I get to do an install.
Why do you get to do your
But
install?
because I took a tag, I decided to take the tags, and I forgot that B1001 is a thing.
I was gonna say, but you already have a tag. I don't think your ID triggers. Or did they give you
No,
two
I
tags?
took 2
Oh,
tags
I
from
see.
Starlit Night. Yeah. So if I take a tag no matter what, which Emily's pointing out to me, I couldn't get through all of that. Um, every one of those pieces of ice gives a tag.
I wasn't paying
So
attention then. Did Emily just win?
yes, Emily won. Yeah. So she scored a re-education, but it's actually proxying for a degree mill.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter because she won the game with it. But I would have had to have stolen, shuffled 2 cards in to steal it.
All right.
So
Do you
yeah,
want to
not
sign us out?
my finest hour. Yeah. Thank you for watching Running Hot. Hope to see you next time. Thank you.
Excellent.